everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new here on the channel, you mostly do speed builds, and today we are building a modern beach mansion, which is something that I really wanted to do for super long now. So the modern style isn't something that I consider myself good at. I have a bit of trouble with a lot of different things when I'm building modern builds, but I really wanted to try it. And I've already done some builds like that in the past, but it's not the thing that I'm doing the most, and it takes me a while to decide me to do it when I have inspiration, because I'm always a little bit scared that it will end up ugly or something like that. But this style is something that I'm very impressed by, both in real life and in The Sims. When I see real life houses on Pinterest that are modern and that are very huge, I'm always super impressed and I think they're very beautiful. So it's something that I always wanted to be good at, and I felt like I could never be good if I didn't practice, if that makes sense. So that's what I decided to do this week, and it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed trying this, even if sometimes it was a bit hard to figure out the shape of the house. And what I mean when I say that it's a difficult style for me is because sometimes I just don't know which wallpapers to use. You know, most modern houses that I personally see have a lot of white on them, and the color scheme is always very neutral, with sometimes some black, some brown, some beige, but never anything that is over the top. And as I said, there is a lot of white, and sometimes in the game it's not looking as great. So for example, this house that I'm building right now, I had an inspiration picture from Pinterest to do it, and most of the real life house was white with a little bit of brick at like one place. So I decided to add a little bit more. Otherwise it looked a bit too weird and too white. So that's one of the first things that are a bit more difficult for me when I'm doing modern builds. But other than that, the shape is super hard for me. Most of the time when I find some inspiration pictures, they're from the back of the house, and for the front I just don't know what to do. So for this one, I kind of replicated a bit the back of the build so it wouldn't look too weird. And I'm still not 100% sure that I really like it. I prefer the back for sure. So the part that we are doing right now, because I had a picture for it, it was easier for me to figure it out. But I gotta admit, I was a bit lost when I arrived at the front. I didn't have any pictures to get inspiration from. So I don't know if it's too weird. I hope you will like it. I didn't want it to look like too boxy, which is something that is hard for me to do with modern builds especially. And I feel like sometimes they're very boxy in real life, and in The Sims it doesn't look really good. So I don't really want to do that, but then I'm scared that it is too over the top and that there are too many details for a modern build that is supposed to be minimal, if that makes sense. So hopefully you will know what I mean and you won't think the front of the build is too weird. I decided to add some balconies and a lot of greenery so it wouldn't look too boring. And by the way, I will probably try to put the inspiration picture on the screen so you will be able to see what the house looked like. There's quite a lot of greenery on the picture of the house, and I wanted to add this same greenery for my build, but add a little bit more so the house would have its own personality. So I used some base game plants and island living plants, and for the front I placed some jungle adventure ones. That's pretty much it for the landscaping. It's pretty simple and well structured. There aren't a lot of flowers at the front. I placed some rocks and some palm trees. I wanted it to stay pretty simple So yeah, that's pretty much the direction that I went for the front of the house. I worked on the front of cam a little bit because I was super confused, as I said. I think I worked on it like for 30 minutes before figuring out where I was going with it. And then I just decided to take a break and come back to it the day after. So there are some things that you won't see, but most of it is in the speed build. So I think you won't be too lost. I hope so. And for one of the sides of the house, I decided to kind of break some walls and to add some windows in a sunken part, if that makes sense. I guess I could say it like that. So that made it look a little bit better too. And just a plain wall looked a bit weird to me. So as you can see, there are a lot of windows for this house or on this house, and I really like how it looks. I also wanted to mention that I did some sort of pool with the ocean water, and when I play tested it, it didn't work, and I don't know why, but I can't find the ladders to go like from a foundation to the beach water. I knew we had that with Island Living, but I just can't find it in my game, not in debug either. So I'm wondering if they decided to delete it from the game, or if there's something I'm not doing correctly. Maybe I need to have some actual tilt foundations to use this ladder. I'm not really sure. If you know the answer to this question, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. But for now, the pool isn't working, and if I never find a way to make it work for your Sims to go in it, I will probably delete a part of the foundation so you will be able to access it from the water. Right now, you're not able to, for example, jump in the water from the deck area at the back of the house, which is a bit annoying, but I will try to find a solution, and if I don't, I will modify things a little so it works. So don't worry about that if you want to download this house on the gallery. This build has 3 floors total. It has 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and I kind of imagined a family for this house, but you don't necessarily have to make a family like that to live in it. Of course, you can have whatever family you would like. So what I imagined was probably a couple and their daughter. One of the parents would probably be a person that has a very basic job, and I feel like they would probably have some clients coming over at their house because I made them a very big office on the first floor with some chairs at the front of the office, if that makes sense. So maybe they could be someone that has some clients coming over, as I said, but I'm not really sure which job they would have. I just thought it was a cool idea, since they have a very big office, to maybe invite some people for some meetings. Maybe, I'm not really sure, just thought I could put this out there. And the next parent is probably a manager for their daughter, which is an actress. So that's what I thought of. I'm not really sure why, but I really wanted the daughter to be pretty old, but there would be a reason why she would still live with her parents. It's because maybe the mom or the dad is his or her manager that helps with her career, and she's making a lot of money with her actress skills. So I felt like it was a cool idea since they have a pretty big house, and I feel like a lot of celebrities have houses in that style, if that makes sense. And I know that we don't have those jobs in the game actually, but when I play, I really like to imagine things that aren't in the game itself, and it makes it more fun for me. But yeah, now I really wanted to talk about what is included in the build and try to help you a little to understand, even if I will try to remember to put the floor plan for this build at the end. But the first floor has a pretty big entry, And when you enter the house, you can decide to go to the backyard because there's another door leading to it, or you can decide to go to the very big office that we furnished, or you can also decide to go in the living area that has the staircase leading to the second floor. And when you arrive at the second floor, you enter kind of in a gym that is also in a party room. And what I put in the party room is some activities and a very big sofa that I did with some spade poofs. I saw one of my friends do that this week. I will put her channel in the description. She is Eva Rotke and we already collabed together in the past. She's very talented, and if you like modern builds, you can go to her channel because she has a lot of those and she's very good at it. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. This sofa isn't from me. I don't know if she got the idea from someone else, but it's where I saw it first and I really wanted to try it in my game too. So yeah, her channel will be in the description. And we also have a bathroom on the third floor. It's a bathroom for everyone pretty much. And we have the bedroom of the daughter, and she has her own office and her own bathroom to herself that can be accessible from her bedroom only. So that's pretty cool for her. She has a lot of space to herself. And when you climb up the stairs again to arrive on the third floor, you will have the master bedroom only that has, of course, a master bathroom connected to it and 2 different balconies with a seating area and a jacuzzi. This family is definitely living a luxurious life and it's good for them. I would really love to live there, not necessarily because of the size of the house, but because of the beach and the beautiful water. It would be very dreamy, honestly, and I really like summer. Even if I love my country, which is Canada, I hate winter, to be honest. And if I was a sim, Sulani would probably be perfect for me. I really like to write outside and it would be the perfect spot. Outside there are a lot of seating areas. We have a barbecue, dining area, some lounge chairs, and we have 2 jacuzzis in this build. So it's really dreamy and there are a ton of places where I would really like to sit and write. I hope you will like the style of the build. It's pretty minimal, so there isn't that much clutter and there are a lot of empty spaces, but I wanted that because I didn't want it to feel cramped since it's a very big house. I wanted it to feel like one, basically. My favorite area is probably the living area. I really like what I did with the kitchen and dining room. Those are probably my favorite spots in the whole build. And definitely let me know what you preferred if you want in the comments. I would be very curious to know. And I hope you like the whole build. It took me a few hours, but it was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. But that's pretty much all I had to say for the build. So I'm just going to remind you that I'm hosting a room challenge or a dollhouse challenge on my Instagram. So if you're interested to do that, definitely click the link in my description to see my profile and you will be able to check out the post. The goal is to design a room related to one of the Sims 4 skills that we have in game. You almost have 3 weeks left, so that's a lot of time, but I felt like I could just remind you that. And I guess we could use the time left to talk a little about the live stream that happened this week. If you weren't there, I'm just going to do a quick resume so you can know what happened. Basically, they just showed us a sneak peek of the next patch they're going to release in May, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to get 6 new hair colors, which is super nice. We will also get some hairstyles fixed. For example, the big afro was horrible and they decided to fix it finally, so we will get an updated version of this hair, and same for some other similar hair if I'm not mistaken. And another thing they talked about was the fact there is a game pack and a kit that are coming very soon. they said that they're right around the corner, so I'm super excited about that and I can't wait to find out what it is. Honestly, I've been dying for more content in The Sims. I feel like it's been a while since we got something very exciting. The last thing we got were kits, and the other thing before was only a stuff bag, which was pretty cool, let's be honest, but I prefer expansions or game packs personally, so I can't wait to find out what it is. I'm hoping for something like occults or maybe high schools, something with teens maybe. I just feel like they really need to have something that makes them unique a little bit more. I don't really want a generations pack. I know I'm in the minority. Most people really want that pack. It's not in my wish list, to be honest. So I'm going to say I would be a bit disappointed if we got that, but I would be happy for those who really wanted this pack. And definitely let me know what you would like to have and what you think we will get. I'd be very curious to know your opinion on that matter. But I'm going to leave you guys here for the screenshots. I hope you liked the build and that you enjoyed the video. If it was the case, don't hesitate to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on social medias. All the links will be down in the description. And of course, you can download this build on the gallery. My ID is KamilaYtb. So thank you so much for watching and I wish you all a great day. Bye!